Spiritual warriors, what's going on? Welcome in, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're all doing really well. My name's Amanda for those of you who are just tuning in for the first time, and this is the Connected Conduit, where I just open up, tippy tap in, and bring through messages to you for you from Spirit. So it is my hopes that these messages confirm and clarify what you already know to be true for you, okay? So let me just open up and feel into this. Okay, so I see you, collective, and you're being stretched like a piece of putty, or you're being stretched out like Gumbo. Do you guys know Gumbo, that green little cartoon character? Or is it Gumby? I think it's Gumby. That's what I'm seeing for you. And there's multiple external sources that are pulling on you. You have something or someone at your feet. You have something or someone at your head, someone holding your hands, and you're just being stretched in multiple directions. You're being stretched very thin, is what Spirit's saying. Okay, Spirit's saying you're only one person. You're only one person, and you can only do so much. You've taken on a lot more than you can actually handle, and you know it. That's what Spirit's saying. And it's starting to result in burnout and also a feeling of confusion or feeling scattered, you know, and not knowing where to place your energy because you have so many things on the go. It's like you go over there to do that, and then you go over here to do this, and then over there, then over there, and then it's like back and forth. Like a frazzled type of energy. So you've taken on a lot more than you can actually handle for one person. There may be a need here to balance things out, to let something go, or to cut back on a specific project, or cut back on work, or cut back on how many things you have going at once. Spirit is giving me the word schedule. Schedule. Take a good hard look at your schedule, okay? Your daily routine, your daily schedule. Spirit is showing me a planner, a daily planner, and then within that planner, there's hourly slots within the day. And Spirit is showing me that every single hour of your day is completely booked up with something. And you've left zero time for yourself, zero time for play, zero time to rest, zero time to take care of yourself. I'm even hearing you've left zero time to even sit down and make yourself something healthy to eat. So you might be finding that you're eating out a lot, which is not good for your health, okay? So slow down. Take time off. Spirit's saying you'll actually be, ooh, that came out really weird. It was like 10 words came out of my mouth at once. It was a jumble. So you might be feeling very jumbled. I don't know what that was. It was a new language. Slow down, take some time off, kick up your feet. You will actually notice improvement when you rest. Okay, everything will improve. Your health, your wealth, your happiness, your energy. I'm also getting the word refuel. Refuel with healthy foods, okay? And rest. And play. Okay? So, where are we gonna go? This one. It is this one. Oh yeah. 8 of Wands and the 4 of Swords right on the split. This is exactly what Spirit is talking about. The 8 of Wands is speed. And the 4 of Swords is stop, rest, lay down, take a nap. So you're going so fast, and Spirit wants you to slow down and rest, because it's not benefiting you to push yourself so hard, okay? Yeah, look. 10 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You guys, I've said it before, I'll say it again. You cannot make this stuff up. 10 of Wands, which talks about back-breaking labor, exhaustion, fatigue, having way too much on your plate, and zero help. Okay, this is burnout energy for sure. And I feel that you're there. You're burnt out. Okay, so I'm not sure exactly what you've taken on here. It could be that this has something to do with your work, your career, your job. It could have something to do with a multitude of things, like you've received a promotion at work, so you're stepping it up at work, you're taking on more hours, you have more responsibilities perhaps, but then you also have to go home and you have a lot of responsibilities at home. Maybe you're a family man or a family woman, right? And you have to go home and still work when you get home, right? Just in a different way. So balance, 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 balance. Whew. I have anxiety now. I have hardcore anxiety in my heart space. So I feel that this is actually impacting your health, you guys. Okay, Spirit is showing me the word stress. You have a lot of stress on your mind, your body, and your soul right now. Okay, so deep breathing and relaxation is going to be really key for your health right now, is how I feel. Spirit's saying that the work will get done when it gets done. You can't push it or force it or rush it to happen. Okay, so maybe you need to adjust your expectations a little bit in terms of what you can get done within one day. Okay, I think you have really, really, really high expectations, and maybe that's just the way you were raised. Maybe you were raised by type A parents, you know, like perfectionist type of parents, always on the go, always needing to do something. If you weren't doing something, then you're being lazy, right? So maybe you have some programming, right, that could be looked at and released at this time. You're not lazy when you rest. It's a need. People need to rest. It's important. Yeah, the 7 of Cups. This is confusion. A sense of being frazzled and not knowing what to focus on. You know, what do I do? What do I work on? It's giving me the vibe of like when you're rushing around the house trying to get ready to go on a day trip, right? And let's say you have kids and you're trying to pack and the kids need something from you, and then, you know, the phone rings and a really important phone call comes through from your sister and she needs some advice from you, and then the kids knock everything over and you have to rush over there and clean things up off the floor, and you're like, oh my gosh, like I can't leave the house without some sort of disaster striking. And it's a sense of you're running around like a chicken with your head cut off. Okay, I know that might be a little bit gruesome, but that's what I'm being shown. But you're not getting anything done. You know what I mean? You're just frazzled and confused and overworked, you guys. And because of that, I feel like you're having a hard time actually getting anything done. Okay? Like sometimes in my own life, you guys, I start a lot of projects. I do. I get inspired and then I start something and then I don't finish it because I get inspired by something else. And so I go over there, I start something else. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't finish that crochet project. So I'll just have that crochet project hanging out in a basket for like a year. But it's kind of giving me those vibes where you start something but you don't finish it, and then you're off to the next. But then you look back at that project that you didn't finish and you're like, oh yeah, I got to finish that. And then you have all of these unfinished projects that are adding to the stress of your day, right? And then it's like, well, I didn't get anything done, you know? So maybe just pick one thing, focus on that, get it done, and then move on to the next. That's something that I've had to teach myself to do. The 10 of Swords. This talks about letting go. And I feel like you need to cut back on something here, You've got to let something go, cut back. The Queen of Cups. I just heard mother yourself, nurture yourself. Pretend you. The energy is coming through fast. It's like you're on sprinting speed. Pretend you are your own mother. Okay, what would you do today to nurture yourself and mother yourself? And then do that. Six of Swords. This talks about finding peace, moving on to calmer waters. I think Spirit wants you to slow down and find peace. Drop into your heart space a bit more. I feel like you're in your mind a lot. And you may be finding that you leave the house and you've forgotten everything, right? Like, oh my gosh, I forgot all the bags, or I forgot my water bottle, or oh, I left the house and I'm not wearing any shoes. It's like something like that, where you've got so much on the go that you're making mistakes or you're forgetting things. It's like you have too many tabs open in your brain. That's how Spirit's making me feel. I'm actually getting the word simplify. Simplify your life. Less is more. Less is more. I'm also getting the hurried child. I don't know if you guys have ever heard about that term, but it's called the hurried child. And there's this theory out there, I can't remember who made this theory, that some parents like to put their children into so many activities, and they're busy from the moment they wake up until the moment they go to bed. It's like the kids wake up, they get ready, they have something going on in the morning like hockey or gymnastics, some sort of activity in the morning, and then they go to school, and then they come home from school, they eat some food, and then they go right back out again to soccer or whatever it is, swimming, math tutoring, music class, and then they come home, they get ready for bed, or they do some homework, and then they do it all again the next day. And it's like, come on, let's go, quick, let's go. You got another thing, you got another class, you got this, you got that. And studies have shown that that's not actually good for kids. Kids need time to do nothing. Not nothing, but they find things to do in the silence, in the peace, in the calm time, in the down time. Okay, like using their imaginations, being more creative, going outside, relaxing, sitting by a tree, reading a book, doodling on a pad of paper on the grass, just making mud pies. I don't know, it's just studies have shown that kids who have too much on the go can actually be extremely stressed out, and it's just giving me those types of vibes, you guys. So I don't know if you were raised like that and now you've carried that pattern into adulthood. It could be. Or perhaps you're a parent and you feel pressured by society to always have your kids in something. People always ask me, what are your kids doing? I'm like, nothing. They're like being kids. They're outside playing. Oh, they're not in like things like sports and programs and stuff? No. No, they're just outside climbing a tree, you know, making mud pies, playing with sticks and stones, and making art, and just tootling around being a kid. Oh. Well, Julia's in ballet, and she's in swimming, and she's in horseback riding, and she's in this, and she's in that. Okay, Karen, good for you. Okay. You know, each to their own, but I don't know. I don't see the value in that per se. If my kids were like, Mom, I really want to do this thing, then I'd be like, cool, let's do it. But they haven't expressed any interest in doing stuff like that. So I'm not going to force it. Why force it? They're just being kids, right? Let them be kids. Maybe that's what you need to be, is just an adult kid, right? Or you need to take some of the pressure off yourself. Maybe you, I don't know, maybe you feel guilty, or you feel like you're a failure if you don't do a bunch of stuff during the day, or you don't get 20 million things done in one day. Or if you have kids, you feel like a failure or a bad mom or a bad dad if you don't do a million things with your kids in a day, which isn't true. Okay? Simplify. And that's the truth. Which isn't true, okay? That's not the truth. You don't have to get a million things done in a day to be successful, or to call it a successful day. A successful day can just be a chill day. That's funny. Page of Swords. What's this about? I'm hearing reflect on your priorities. Reflect on your priorities. Queen of Swords. You know what? I feel like you might have a lot of external pressure, and I don't know exactly from who. It could just be society in general, or the culture that you have been raised in, for example, or it could be your parents, who are putting a lot of pressure on you. You know, you should live your life like this. You should be this type of parent. You know, that's very, in my opinion, that's like overstepping. And you may want to set boundaries with people who are doing that. Okay? But reflect on your priorities and make sure that you're getting everything you need within a day. Okay? Yeah, the Star. There's a need for healing, for rest. Quiet time. Just sitting by the water. Enjoying nature. See how this woman's out near a beautiful oasis and she's just enjoying herself. And it's very peaceful. And she's found balance in her life. And by finding balance within her daily routine, she's able to sustain herself, sustain her energy and a specific vibration. Also, by being so incredibly busy and stretched so thin, I feel that you may be neglecting your own emotional needs. Okay, for some of you, I am getting the sense that you may be too busy to acknowledge certain feelings as they come up. And so you're just sweeping them under the rug, or you're suppressing them. Oh, I can't feel that way because I have to rush the kids off to soccer practice. You know, so I can't have that cry right now, even though I could really use it, because I've got to go do a bunch of errands or whatever it is, right? And Spirit's saying there are some emotions that are coming up that want to be acknowledged by you and then processed, but you're almost too busy to feel the feelings, right? It's like, oh, now's not a good time for that cry. Let's just push that down and move on. But you're not doing yourself any good by doing that, okay? You're doing yourself a disservice, okay? The Three of Pentacles. Work. I think you're so run down. Anything else about being run down? The Three of Wands. You might be trying to push something to happen, and Spirit's saying you don't have to do that. It will happen naturally. Okay, it will. Your ships will come in naturally. You come first. Yeah, the Sun. Stay positive. The Sun talks about joy, happiness, positivity, putting the past behind you, feeling free, lighthearted. Talks about expansion and blessings, growth. And there's a little girl laughing, sitting on top of this horse. And I feel that Spirit really wants you to just have a good time. Honor your inner child by playing more, letting your hair down. Okay? I'm really getting that. 5 of Wands. Conflict, chaos, competition. Maybe if this is a work situation, you may feel like you need to really get in there and compete, or maybe you're trying to keep up with the Joneses in a sense, right? Like, oh, the neighbor kids are doing all these things, and you know, I want to make sure my kids do stuff too. I don't know if it's that, but I'm kind of getting that. And Spirit's saying you don't have to do anything that you don't want to, right? It's too much. It's too much. You've got too much, and it's causing chaos. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles. I feel that you are going to be receiving some sort of offer here. Could be a business offer. Spirit's saying it will come in. This offer will come in. You can relax. You can take your time. You can be at peace. And you don't have to burn yourself out to get this. And I feel it's some sort of work promotion or work offer. Yeah, 8 of Pentacles. Your work performance will be better if you take care of yourself and slow down and do less, honestly. 10 of Wands. Look, Knight of Pentacles. Slow down. Okay? That's what I'm getting. Take a moment to notice the world around you today, because I feel a lot of you have your head down, focused on something really specific, or you're rushing around doing a million things, but your life is kind of passing you by because you're not in the moment, or you're always thinking about getting that done and then moving on to the next thing. And then after that, I have that to do and that to do and dun 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 dun. And Spirit's saying, whoa, 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 whoa. What about just looking around at the beauty around you, right? And smiling and laughing. 9 of Wands. You're exhausted. You're fatigued. The wounded warrior. You will have a breakthrough, you guys. You're almost there. But there's a need to rest, okay? There is. Take your time. That's what I keep hearing, okay? So anything else, Spirit? You're being stretched so thin. Spirit's saying don't base your life off of what other people are doing. Base it off of what you want to do and what's good for you. Kisses. Falling in love. So perhaps you have love coming in, or there's a need for self-love here. I don't feel connected to this deck. I'm not sure why I picked it up. I'm going to leave this. I don't want this one. I'll do some signs. Okay, I'm going to choose some signs. They may resonate with you or they might not, and that's okay. Just pick up what makes sense to you and leave the rest for someone else. Scorpio. So you could be a Scorpio. Aquarius. You could be an Aquarius. I just heard high achiever, high achiever. Pisces. Scorpio, Aquarius, and Pisces. So you could be any of those signs, but you don't have to be. So it's good. Wow. Getting so tongue-tied in this reading, you guys. It's good to have goals. It's good to have dreams, but make sure you're taking care of yourself, okay? That's really important. So take a look at that schedule. And I really feel like you could be experiencing just, you know what I mean? Like if you have kids, if you have multiple children, you are calling your children by the wrong name. You're like, George, I mean Anna, I mean Steve, I mean, what's your name again? Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Robert, go get your shoes on. It's like that. It's too much, okay? So cut back and you're going to feel so much better, all right? Simplify, reduce your stress, balance out your days. Less is more, okay? And don't feel the need to keep up with anybody if you are, okay? Just do your own thing. Work at your own pace. What works for others might not work for you, okay? All right, so thank you so much for being here. I do hope you found this helpful. Thanks for powering through all the way to the end. I appreciate you, and I look forward to reconnecting with you in the next one. Take care.